Hello, and welcome to my Cerberus T-bow guide. Now, twisted bow at Cerberus is probably the best method in order to kill it. However, you can also use melee, and if you would like to try melee, I have a different guide for that, and that'll be my Cerberus slaying guide, which will be on my channel. Just go and find it, and then that one will be the one that you need. However, if you want to try ranged, and especially with the twisted bow, this is the guide for you. Now we're going to get into the inventory setups. So you're going to have a ranging potion. I would say just one is fine, but if you're going to stay for a very long time, you could just bring two. One will last you pretty much an entire inventory of prayer that you'll need to bring as well. I bring like 6 to 7 restores. And then just basically the rest food. I bring 2 anglerfish and I pre-angler before I go as well. And I have a teleport to my house and a teleport to the bank. For gear, I'm using a Slayer helm, like you always should. I'm wearing Armadillo, which is obviously best in slot. You don't need that. You can obviously wear like Blessed Hide and it'll be fine. I have a Pegasian boots, Archer's Ring imbued. I'm using amethyst arrows because dragon arrows aren't that much better and they're not worth the cost. These are only about 200 each, while dragons are about 1,000. I'm using anguish. I wear Barrow's gloves. You can bring a bracelet of slaughter if you want for the switch. I don't really bother to do it, but you can. It just makes your task a little longer. However, I just can't be asked with the inventory space use for that, so I don't do that. And then obviously I have my twisted bow and an assembler max cape, which is obviously just an assembler. Also for the inventory, you're going to want to have obviously a spectral spirit shield, and I bring bronze darts for the switch when I do use the spectral spirit shield, because when you're meleeing you want to have like a hostile switch, but with ranged you want to obviously have a ranged weapon, and darts are a one-handed ranged weapon, so you can wear that and the shield, and they attack at a very fast rate, which is nice, I guess. They don't have a very long distance, unfortunately, so that kind of is annoying, but it's not a big deal. You don't have to switch too often, but that's what I do use, is just bronze darts and a spectral spirit shield. They're cheap, and you need the spectral with whatever method you're using, so yeah, that's just kind of a basic. Now, if you don't know how to get there, I'll quickly show you. So the method I use is I teleport to my house. You can use a teleport tab or a construction cape or a max cape, whatever. I just use a construction cape even though I have the max cape, just because then I can have left or right click, I guess, teleports to both my house and to the crafting guild, and I don't have to go through the max cape and wear it and all that. It's better. Use your rejuvenation pool if you have it. If not, just leave the portal, set your house to Taverley, and run south. I showed the exact same way in my melee guide. Obviously, it's going to be the same way. It's the same boss, so just basically go south until you get to the Taverley dungeon. And once you're at the Taverley dungeon, you want to enter it. Now here's where the path splits. If you have 70 agility, use the pipe, and if you have, I believe it's 84, use the strange floor, and if you don't have either of those, you're going to have to run all the way around. I recommend getting at least 70 or 65 to boost agility before you even bother doing this boss, and then just run up this way. If you do get poisoned by these spiders, teleport back to your house and use your rejuvenation pool, or teleport to a bank and use an anti-poison, just because you're not going to want to be poisoned while you're at Cerberus. Enter this cave. Now you're at the Keymaster, and there's 3 different paths. All 3 paths all lead to rooms where Cerberus is located. I always use this one right here, the western one, but you can use any of them. I just use this one because I think it's like the closest to the door, pathwise. Like even, well, maybe it's about the same as that one, but it just appears on the side. You can just left click it right from the entrance. So I always use that one, but it doesn't really matter which one you do use. Obviously, there could be someone in, so you can right click and peek. I already clicked enter, so yeah. And Yeah, it looks like no one's in this room, so you're now in the room. So once you're in the room, Cerberus will be right there in the middle, right before there'll be a quick flames, or a quick pass flames option. You want to click on that, and you'll take a little bit of damage, and you're in the Cerberus room where he can actually spawn and attack you. Technically, he's not spawned right now. He can't run around and attack you or anything. You're safe until you do pass that, so that's pretty easy. You can just stand here and hop if you want, or you can go out and right click check until you find an empty world, or crash someone. I mean, it's up to you. In the next clip, I'm going to be just showing 2 or so kills with music on. I've already recorded them of me killing Cerberus, so hopefully you enjoy that, and you can kind of see the mechanics it has and what the twisted bow does. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and if you do enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the last 2 clips with music of me killing Cerberus. Bye.
Easy.